Engineer Godwin's Marvelous Amabayo. Shall in here. In the same vein, we scholarly welcome the speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, the Right Honorable Sharif Agbebaku. We welcome, my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Judge of Edo State, the Honorable Justice Daniel Iyobosa Okungbawa. We welcome the Secretary to the Government of Edo, Osaradio Oge Esquire. We welcome the Digital Head of Service, Dr. Anthony Osazo Okungbawa Esquire. We welcome each and every one of you. You may please resume your seat as soon as His Excellency gets to ease. We welcome specially the Majority Leader of the Edo State House of Assembly, the Right Honorable Charity Agwabawegia, Deputy House Leader, the Right Honorable Natasha Osawaro Robosa. We welcome all other members of the Edo State House of Assembly. We welcome, my Lord, honorable judges of the Edo State Judiciary. We welcome honorable commissioners and special advisor to Mr. Governor and indeed members of the Edo State Executive Council. We appreciate you for your presence and we welcome you warmly. The Patron James Osaze Orere is my name. Moses Obakbalon, what indeed can you say about the very charged moments where dividend of democracy in Edo is verifiable? Even the deaf can hear, the blind can see that the transformation of the Secretariat complexes, multiple as it were, made to the state of the arts, as only exemplified in other chairs of this world. And you can see that His Excellency, a man of very few words, but very massive action. This is indeed very historical. And no other personality except a man of peace, His Excellency, the former President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, will have the honor to so commission this edifice with his dear wife, Mama Peace, Our Excellency Dr. Mrs. Patience Ebele Jonathan. And so you can see that Edo State is indeed the center of all attraction this day, Democracy Day for 2024. And we warmly welcome all of you. Let me also welcome His Excellency and his very dear wife already seated. Can I use this medium to welcome the incoming governor of Edo State and PDP flag bearer for Edo, Dr. Aswe Igodalo, and his very dear wife, Mrs. Ifeyiwa Igodalo. Ladies and gentlemen, can you applaud that? The voice of the people is the voice of God. And of course, the incoming deputy governor of Edo, Saradiogi Esquire. The Lord is on your side and the people are behind you. We welcome you very warmly.
Thank you so much. The Edo Arts Council troupe, you're doing marvelously well, and we'd like you to continue to give us resplendent and rainbow colors of the Edo culture. Even as our guests are here, today is a day of celebration. So let celebration rent the air. Sing from Igwe to Somorika and Ososo. Sing from Igweben to Owa. Sing across the whole of Edo State, because I know you are capable. Thank you so much.
And indeed, anywhere you go, Edo is on point. I like to use this medium to welcome honorable members of the Edo State House of Assembly that are joining Mr. Speaker to ensure that there is good governance and there's balance points with all the progress you see here. Because if the House members do not give Mr. Governor the field to play, he will not play very well. And so I like to celebrate and appreciate and warmly welcome Honorable Inegbedia J. Eugene, co-opted member representing Igweben, Honorable Zamiru Sadolo Andrew Edobo, Honorable member representing of your Northeast Constituency 2. We appreciate your presence and we welcome you. As we get more, we will do well to welcome them. I will appreciate if the list of my lords, judges of Edo State Judiciary are handy. That can be taken now.
I know sometimes it be like say nobody's angel. That's when I did for you, my friend.
We welcome very specially the Chief of Staff with capacity, Engineer Dr. Tony Osaigbovoma Novi Yoha. We welcome you very warmly and we thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, the atmosphere is charged. Victory is seen. Progress is very related. And moribund structures for many decades have again today been brought back into time. It is our prayer that our children will be better than we are. And I'm sure those who laid foundation many years ago for this Igiogbe of Edo State Public Service will be happy in their graves. That the great son did not sell off the Igiogbe, did not leave it dilapidated, rather has transformed the Igiogbe to a paradise of sorts. Standing here and taking pictures, you would think you are in Las Vegas. Can you please applaud the spirit of the great Edos? Edo is on page of peace and progress. Tranquility with all the tiers of government. The head of the judicial arm of government, my Lord the Honorable the Chief Judge, supported by his brother judges. I'd like to warmly welcome at this point, my Lord, the Honorable Justice F.A. Ikpamoba, my Lord, the Honorable Justice E.O. Ahamioje, my Lord, the Honorable Justice V.O.A. of Yahweh, my Lord, the Honorable Justice A.T. Mamadou, my Lord, the Honorable Justice E.O. Braimo, my Lord, the Honorable Justice M.E. Isweli, my Lord, the Honorable Justice T.I. Egeabi, my Lord, the Honorable Justice I.A. Osayende, my Lord, the Honorable Justice O.A. Otame, my Lord, the Honorable Justice O.M. Obayuwana, my Lord, the Honorable Justice E.A. Oko. We appreciate your presence. We welcome you. Retired head of service to the government of Edo, and I can say Princess Mrs. Akiwa Ine, retired head of service and former chairman of the Edo State Civil Service Commission, And of course, Dr. Anthony Edokbayi, retired HOS, also to the government of Edo. We warmly welcome you and we thank you for being here. The state chairman of the PDP is here. The man who made a very proclamative proclamation. And the heavens unagbaseyo, and it came to pass even without any primaries or election. And brought PDP back to the seat of government in Edo. Right Honorable Dr. Anthony Isaac Bemi. We welcome you very, very warmly to this event. Service commanders, we welcome you. Service commanders that are joining to ensure that there's peace in Edo. Honorable commissioners to the government of Edo, special advisors to the government of Edo, permanent secretaries, and heads of ministry, department, and agencies of government. The time we have all been waiting for is now. And I can see from this vantage point that your excellencies are already here. And so we'll invite the chorale to take position now. We'll invite the Edo Art and Culture to take very conspicuous points as we get set to warmly welcome the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria with his very dear wife, and of course his hosts, the wait-and-see Governor of Edo, the man that has turned all of these into a reality. The man whose success we all are proud to identify with and also to celebrate. All cameramen take vantage points. Nobody should step on the red carpet. All cameramen, nobody should be on the red carpet, not even one. We welcome the camp chairman, Apostle Irekbedo Moike, the deputy chief Imam Benin, Alhaji Otokiti Osahom. I will thank all of you for being here. Engineer Osakwe, Austin, public maintenance, ED, you've done very well. Nobody needs to tell you that. Congratulations. Chief Honorable Dr. Uyodua Malaka, round the clock have been working. We congratulate you for a very successful outing. And this is indeed what we know you for. Excellence, premium or nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, the atmosphere is charged. The man of the moment is here. The special guest of this event is also here. Can we get set to welcome in a very resounding manner the presence of the excellencies to Edo to make very historic commissioning today. Ladies and gentlemen, can we warmly be upstanding to welcome their excellencies that is making history here today? His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo, a son of the soil, going to warmly welcome the special guest of honor for this event, and a great son of our beloved country, His Excellency, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Can we make some noise? Being welcomed by the wait-and-see Governor of Edo, the technocrat in power, Goodwill, Nogagase Opasaki. Ladies and gentlemen, can jubilation be in the air as the Excellency has been welcomed with a flower by a Benin princess. This is amazing. This is historical.
I don't get a lot, God do it.
This is wonderful.
My rent, God do it. There be one for my hand, but God do it.
This is amazing.
There be one keep my joy, but God do it.
Can you celebrate with another round of applause, Your Excellencies? Thank you very much, DJ. The national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is now.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hang unto our children a banner without stain. Oh God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. And so with peace and plenty, Nigerians may be blessed.
Whilst standing, the Edo anthem will be rendered. And at the sound of the beautiful Edo, your right hand goes thus.
The ancient city is calling. Oh, arise, sons and daughters of the land. The king of the city is marching. Stand up high to the pride of the land. The founding fathers have labored, and our time to serve is now. The glory of the new Edo nation will forever be our pride. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land on the trip to be.
The opening prayer for this event will be our national prayer, the second stanza of our national anthem. The men, please remember your caps as we pray. The chorale will lead us.
Strong
may please resume your seats. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, the wait-and-see Governor, the technocrat in power, the vanguard man of the year, and of course, the most recipient of the Tell Magazine Award 2024, His Excellency Godwin Nogegase Obaseki. Can you please resoundingly welcome your governor, our governor? On behalf of the government and people of Edo, is pleased to welcome to these very historic moments where we have the honor to welcome our father, His Excellency, the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR. Can the applause be resounding for His Excellency? Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Engineer Godwin's Marvelous Omobayo, Your Excellency, the wife of the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Mrs. Sandra Omobayo, the speaking Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, the Right Honorable Chief Blessing Sheriff Agbebaku, my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Judge of Edo State, the Honorable Justice Daniel Iyobosa Okungbowa, the State Chairman of the PDP, the Right Honorable Dr. Anthony Isaac Bemi, Your Excellency, the former Deputy Governor of Edo State and former Chief of Staff to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Chief Mike Ayegbeni Ogiadome, CON. Can we please applaud this great son of Edo, CFR. The head of service will be speaking after this protocol. But let me quickly also welcome the Secretary to the Government of Edo State, Osarodion Oge Esquire. The head of service to the Government of Edo, Dr. Anthony Osas Okungbawa Esquire. The Chief of Staff to the Government of Edo, Engineer Dr. Tony Osaigbovo Iyoha. Dr. Aswe Igodalo, the incoming Governor of Edo State and PDP flag bearer for the next election, and his very dear wife, Mrs. Ifewa Igodalo. We warmly welcome you to these events. Permit me also to acknowledge and welcome the State Chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Apostle I. Omoike, the Chief Imam of Benin, represented by the Deputy Chief Imam Sheikh Abdul Fatai in Abulele, represented by Alhaji Otokite Mohammed Usahom. Ladies and gentlemen, we collectively acknowledge and welcome honorable members of the Edo State House of Assembly. We welcome honorable members of the Edo State Executive Council. We especially welcome permanent secretaries, heads of government, department, and agencies of government. We welcome in a special way special advisor to Mr. Governor. We welcome service commanders, judges of the Edo State Judiciary, heads of institutions and tertiary institutions in Edo, chairman of the 18 local governments, retired head of service, indeed our party leaders, civil servants, and all sons and daughters of Edo. Can I get a resounding welcome to our very special guest at this event, His Excellency, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Can we please warmly welcome him to Edo? My friend and brother, the Director of Protocol Government House, Moses Obakwalo, we warmly welcome those on the entourage of our special guest.
Thank you so much, Your Excellencies. All other protocol duly and respectfully observed. I'd like to welcome most excitedly the former President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFRO, GCON. Please, I would like to especially say, anywhere the past president comes, it means good luck. And you are standing on the soil where there is good luck. So today, we will give you the good luck of our state. Your name, Your Excellency, is Goodluck Ebele Uhunoma Jonathan. Please, a round of applause. Can we put our hands together? And you are standing on the soil where everything is God ordained. The governor is Godwin. The deputy governor is God wins. Please, can we put our hands together for them? So we are blessed today. It's a very beautiful day. We have in the entourage of His Excellency Honorable Ishaku Bawa, former Chief Whip of the National Assembly. Please, a round of applause. And of course, our own dear father, uncle, and son. He has contributed immensely to the development of Edo in all its ramifications and went further to assist in the building of Nigeria. Please, let's welcome Chief Mike Eyegbeni Ogiadome, former Deputy Governor and former Chief of Staff to Mr. President. Please, a round of applause. We also have Ms. Anne Ionu, the Executive Director of the Goodluck Jonathan Foundation. You're welcome, ma'am. Please, a round of applause. And also Architect Baba Isimi and Mrs. Linda Turner, Honorable Ibu Mizodome, the former chairman of Ogbea local government area, as well as Dr. Tari Ogovu Prikaki. Please, a round of applause. Pardon my pronunciation. By the grace of God, you understand what I have said. Please, a round of applause for all of them in the entourage of His Excellency, the former president. Thank you so much. Next, we are going straight to the welcome address by the digital head of service, the one whom God has in his time allowed a metamorphosis of development infrastructurally to happen in the civil service and across the spectrum of Edo. Distinguished excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome my boss, the man who continues to encourage the working class of Edo and has built a reputation across the country for being the first in all initiatives for the betterment of the civil service. Let's welcome Dr. Anthony Usas Okungbawa, Esquire, the head of service, Edo State. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Noyegaso Obaseki, the best governor in Nigeria. I say it with every sense of responsibility. Do you not agree, civil and public servants? Correct, thank you. Your Excellency, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, former president, Federal Republic of Nigeria, our beloved former president. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Engineer Marvelous Godwins Omobayo, and his beloved wife. Permit me at this junction to stand on the already very well-established protocol. Let me welcome you, because that's my bit this afternoon, to this program. And let me very especially welcome His Excellency, our former president, And thank you, sir, for finding time in your very busy schedule to be here with us to do us the honor of formally opening this Secretariat complex today. We'd like to also specially thank you because beyond opening the Secretariat complex, Your Excellency would also be laying the foundation block for the 1,500-seater capacity auditorium, which will be the best anywhere in this country, that His Excellency, Mr. Governor, and the team, the government team in Edo, will be building for us. We are very, very grateful, Your Excellency. Let me, at this junction, thank our admirable governor, His Excellency, the best governor in Nigeria, as I said earlier, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, for all that you are doing for Edo public servants, for prioritizing the growth and development of the public service of Edo State, and indeed the welfare of civil and public servants. We are immensely grateful to you, sir. As you can see, Your Excellencies, this is a beautiful compound. And there's nowhere else in any state-owned public service in Nigeria where you find this. Indeed, beyond the aesthetics that you can see very clearly, internally, in terms of work equipment, it's also second to none in this country. And so we'd like to thank you, sir, Your Excellency, for giving us the opportunity to work in a place like this. And Your Excellencies, this place has almost 24-hour electricity and internet facility. We are very grateful, Your Excellency. Beyond this, we'd like to also thank Your Excellency for all the other things that you're doing for us. I'll just mention a few of them. Your Excellency, thank you for making the public service of Edo State the most digitalized public service in the whole of this country. Our public service, Your Excellency, our former president, is the only one in this country that has moved completely from paper to paperless. All 76 ministries, departments, and agencies of government are completely paperless. There's nowhere else in this country where you can see that. Your Excellency, we're immensely grateful to you. Your Excellency, we want to thank you because today, Edo State workers are the best paid workers in the whole of this country. We'd like to put it on record, Your Excellency, that 2 years ago, when Your Excellency took the initiative to increase the minimum wage by 33.3% from 30,000 to 40,000, for 2 years, no state government, not even the federal government, did what you did. And on May 1st this year, Your Excellency again raised the bar and made us the highest. Of course, it was before, but now nobody is even close to us anymore. We are grateful, Your Excellency. I can go on and on and on and on. But, Your Excellency, let me crave your indulgence, because there's a special set of people here that are very close to your heart. Those first-class graduates that have been brought into the system, they want to just say a word of appreciation to you. By the way, this state government is the only one in this country right now that has a standing policy of automatic appointment for all first-class graduates of Edo origin anywhere in this country. If you add that to the fact that by 26th of every month, we get our salaries. If you add that to the fact that even the enhanced minimum wage that you gave, by the 26th of May, we already started receiving it. Your Excellency, we are grateful to you. We can't thank you enough. So that I don't forget, I'm only going to welcome you all to this event. Let me say to you, welcome. God bless you.
Thank you so much. The most digital, the most articulate, and the most efficient head of service of the most efficient civil service in Nigeria. Please, can I hear a round of applause like thunder for His Excellency as well for making all this possible. Thank you so much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're going to witness the Edo culture, a tip of the iceberg, and maybe they'll come back later. So, Edo Arts Council Troop, we welcome you once again. And Your Excellency, our great former president, Edo is not just the heartbeat of Nigeria by name, it is the heartbeat of culture and tourism. Of course, Edo is a micro Nigeria. Every part of Nigeria is replicated in Edo State. The Ijos are here. They are called the Izon, just along the water lines. We have the Igbos in Igbanke, Orion, and other places. We have the Yorubas in Edo North, Igara, Ikakumo, and so on and so forth. And we have the Islamic North replicated in Auchi up to Agbede. So we have every part of Nigeria here. And then we have the Aborigines. The Aborigines are the Edo people who were called the Empire of the South-South during the time of 1440 when there was imperial expansion. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the Edo Arts Council troop first, and then the chorale. We take it up from there. Oh, we're doing it together. Thank you so much. So this is going to be a rainbow of expression. Thank you so much. Let's see Edo culture at its very best.
Maya tuwaya iwewo, Maya tuwaya ibilirune, Mari bikuna matua, Maya tuwaya iwewo, Maya tuwaya iwewo, Maya tuwaya ibilirune. Bikuna Matsu
Ladies and gentlemen, can we put our hands together? One more before we continue. Can we applaud these very spectacular? Your Excellency, this last music is a Benin song that says, "Let us praise the Lord." Indeed, the Lord has been marvelous to us as a people and government in Edo for blessing us with a technocrat in power, a financial manager that can be likened to a first son who inherited a family house. did not sell off the family house, but renovated that family house to become a pride for the entire community. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Gordon Obaseki deserves a round of applause for living up to the dreams of our forebearers. I'd like to next invite for a goodwill message of thank you. Direct beneficiaries of your policy statements that any son or daughter of Edo who in their academics makes first class no matter the institution of learning, an automatic employment is waiting for you even without writing application letter. And that is already on course. These beneficiaries will be accompanied by permanent secretaries to the government of Edo as they proceed to say thank you to His Excellency. The first class graduate of the Civil and Public Service, they call them the GDP, Graduates Development Program. And to speak on behalf of others, Dr. Anastasia Ifada. Can we please applaud them as they come forward? In fact, the head of service is leading the team with all permanent secretaries.
Sorry, I'm not a first class graduate. Okay, please, can all the permanent secretaries come to the rostrum and do this with our beloved first class graduates? As I said earlier, Your Excellencies, this set is very close to the governor's heart. Some years ago, Mr. Governor, in recognition of the fact that quite a number of our people who made first class in their university education were not employed. They were not given the opportunity to come in because they didn't know anybody within the system. But they have stuff that will be useful to the system. His Excellency directed that any son or daughter of Edo who comes out with a first class degree must be given automatic employment. And that has seen to the employment of over 50 first-class graduates within the last 3 years. These are just a few of those ones. And to speak on their behalf will be Dr. Anastasia.
Good day, Your Excellencies, the Executive Governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Ebele Goodluck Jonathan, the Digital Head of Service, all permanent secretaries. Please permit me to stand on the already well-established protocols. I have been given a very simple task this afternoon, and that task is to express on behalf of the young professionals, and indeed on behalf of all public and civil servants under the employ of the Edo State government, to express our heartfelt, deep gratitude to His Excellency for shining the light on the Edo State public and civil service by his giant strides and impressive innovations that he has called forth from the service. As he will always say, the civil and public service is indeed the engine of government. His Excellency has given us, as we have here to witness today, a very conducive environment to be able to foster productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness as public and civil servants. His Excellency is very, very deliberate in knowledge of skilling of public and civil servants, and that is why he has gone ahead to make provision with the John Odigie Oyegu Public Service Academy that seeks to train and retrain public and civil servants to ensure that we stay updated with world standard and are able to deliver quality service to the people of Edo State. His Excellency is very, very keen on the welfare and the health of public and civil servants, and thus the institution of the Edo Health Insurance Scheme. His Excellency is very also particular about ameliorating the suffering of Edo public and civil servants, and during the removal of fuel subsidy, His Excellency provided for public and civil servants free transportation to aid in their commute to and from their workplace. His Excellency is very, very dedicated to the Edo public and civil servants, and we have free internet connectivity and are privileged to be the only state in Nigeria currently that has moved from paper to paperless. Please, I think His Excellency deserves a round of applause. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Top or chief on this list is the recent implementation of the 70,000 naira minimum wage for public and civil servants. And His Excellency is intending to extend that to health workers within the state. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We are not just here to thank you, but also to pledge our commitment to ensure the sustainability and continuity of these great and giant strides that you have left for us as public and civil servants. We indeed pledge that we will continue to improve on all that you have built and continue to make sure that we deliver standard and the best quality of service to the people of Edo State. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you to all Edo public and civil servants for their commitment. And we want to also tell you and promise that we will endeavor and ensure that the one who will continue these strides comes into power come September 2024. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and God bless you.
When the righteous are in authority, the people indeed rejoice. Can we put our hands together for them as they go back to their seats? And to also join in this goodwill message, we'd like to invite another great son of Edo, His Excellency Chief Mike Ayegbeni Ogiadome, former Deputy Governor of Edo State and former Chief of Staff to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Can we please applaud the Rama as he comes to add his voice of goodwill to what is happening in these very amazing moments that we are all very, very particular witness to. The fact that indeed Las Vegas is already in Benin City and is verifiable, Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, my brother, my best friend, my Oga, former President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, our August visitor here today. I find myself in between. I'm in your delegation, but at the same time, this is my home. So I belong both ways, and it's a special privilege for me. Your Excellency, also my very good friend, my friend of old, with whom we talk straight to each other. He talks hard to me and I talk hard to him. My governor, in whom I am very proud. And today is one of those days that is exhibiting those qualities that make us very proud about him. His Excellency, Goodwill Obaseki. I would have loved to see my sister here, but I know some sad circumstance that has made it not possible for her to be here. So please, my greetings and solidarity to her. Your Excellencies, the Deputy Governor, the Chief Judge, Secretary of Government, Chief of Staff, judges of our court, our leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud to be a son of Edo today. I'm equally more proud with what we are here to do, because this is one of those things that we hardly find in any state in the Federation of Nigeria today. When we talk about commissioning in states now, you don't see any tangible assets or infrastructure being commissioned. It's as if government is just solely now for, recurrent, with no meaningful capital performance. But the situation is different in Edo State because we have a governor and we have a government. These buildings that we find here today are buildings that have been here since the 70s. Actually, the 60s. And most of them were just carcasses. I do know that at a time, there was bush here. And we even had some lunatics taking refuge in them. But today, Mr. Governor has transformed these buildings to modern buildings, completed them, equipped them, and he has given the staff of Edo State Public Service the enabling environment, a good working environment to motivate them towards satisfaction in their job. Your Excellency, some time ago, just as we started discussing this new minimum wage, you came out and you shocked the country. You came out with 70,000 naira as minimum wage in Edo State. For me, I was a bit taken aback. But what has happened has shown that you're a man of great vision. You can read the environment and you can show empathy, commitment, and responsibility where it matters. I heard some naysayer did say, why is he increasing the money now that he's leaving? Maybe he wants to make the next government ungovernable. Maybe some other person said the governor is doing it to promote the election of our candidate, Dr. Aswell. But then I was happy when I read somebody else say, when every other state was paying 30K, Goodwill was paying 40. Was there Aswell on the line at that time? So it's a matter of responsibility, of empathy, a matter of motivating, and also showing that Edo is different. Edo has always been different. Our empire in those days was different. The Benin Empire was the strongest, was the most ebullient, and the most enviable. And our son has carried on this mantle. Your Excellency, we congratulate you, not only for this, but for numerous innovations you have brought to the state. There have been wonderful innovations in infrastructure development. Look at the city center. It is now looking like one of those great ones in Europe. Innovations in education that has made private schools more or less redundant. Innovations in agriculture that is promoting our economy today. And of course, very dear to my heart, and I know dear to the heart of Mr. President, the First Class Automatic Employment Initiative. I do remember that when Mr. President was in office, he had a scheme similar to that. Automatic scholarship for first class to any ivory tower in the world. whichever you gain admission. We ran that program. I hope the program is still on. You have made very far-reaching reforms for the state. All we can say at this time is that we wish you well. We congratulate you. And we pray too that your vision to give us a man who will carry out and go to the next stage of these your innovations and reforms and crystallize into a world-class economy for Edo State. God should give that mission success. You have a right, I say it proudly, clearly, in good conscience, that you have a right to support somebody who is coming after you. Because you have done well and you have laid the necessary foundation that will make that government to prosper. We cannot afford a situation where we have moved so far and then, regrettably, we find ourselves in any abyss. So on this note, I welcome Mr. President and I congratulate our governor. And God bless Edo State.
The words of our leaders, they say, are words of wisdom. Can we put our hands together for Irama? Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that wonderful remarks. Your Excellency's very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor at this point to invite the man of the moment, His Excellency Godwin Nogegase Obaseki, the digital governor, the technocrat in power, the man that has changed the face of good governance in Edo. Can we all please honor him as we give a resounding applause for our performing governor?
Maven. I don't get a lot, God you win. And I don't pay my rent.
The Chief Judge of Edo State and all judges who have accompanied him here today, our very own former Deputy Governor and former Chief of Staff to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Michael Giadome, Chairman of our party, and other leaders of our great party who are here, the head of service, and all permanent secretaries and heads of MDAs, a secretary to the government of Edo State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I join all of those who have spoken to wish you a happy Democracy Day. And also to tell you how delighted we are that you found time on this public holiday to come and join us as we do something that we're not used to doing, which is commissioning. But we felt that since we have a very, very august visitor, although he's visiting in June, our former president, we should use the opportunity to show him what we have accomplished in the area of institution building so that he can come and bless and commission this edifice. What we're doing here today, commissioning the Secretariat complex, will certainly, as you've seen, transform the landscape of this city. It's not just an edifice. It represents the future of what we want our city and our states to look like. It is not just an edifice. It represents how we want to run our affairs in Edo now and into the future, by prioritizing what matters most: productivity, efficiency, and excellence. These structures we are commissioning today are also a reflection of the investments which we have made over the last 7.5 years to rebuild our institutions. This is a painstaking process which have included a total overhaul of how the public service in Edo operates. We have now built a workforce that will drive change and advancement in pursuit of the core values of our democracy and good governance. I'd like to inform you that after I secured my mandate to govern the people of Edo State in November 2016, this complex, and specifically Palm House, was the first place I visited on the first day I started work. And what I saw was an eyesore. This premises was in very, very bad shape. The building was decrepit. The civil servants were working in hideous spaces, and their public utilities had all failed. That day, I made a pledge to them, to myself, and to my God, that I will rebuild the infrastructure of this secretariat. And today, by the grace of God, we are here to see for ourselves what we have done. From barely finding places to do their work, from the very shameful situation of where civil servants could not use the bathrooms in their offices. Today, our workers now spend more time in their offices than they do at home. And this is boosting productivity and efficiency. Perhaps one of the biggest takeaways from the rebuilding of this secretariat is the fact that it tells us that we can achieve anything that we set our minds to do, irrespective of the opinion of naysayers at the beginning of any journey. This is because when we started to build Block C and D, D was a total carcass. There was nothing, just foundation and structures. In fact, the Treasury House was only a foundation which had been covered by thick bush. When we started projects on these buildings, many people did not see the big picture. Today, it is clear what we have done. Like has been told you, these buildings are one of the most advanced secretariat buildings in our country, with almost 24 hours daily power supply from our 95 megawatts Osioma power plants. It has high-speed fiber optic internet connectivity. which is part of the 2,000 kilometers of fiber which we have constructed across the state. We have done all of this because we believe that government bureaucracy must work if we must make progress as a state. If we have to continue to attract private sector investments, which we require to develop Edo State, it is important that we must upgrade the workplace, personality, and capacity of the public servant and the public service. This is why we have damned the consequences to upgrade our services and infrastructure to global standards. I have heard all the accolades about our increase in minimum wage. We want to assure civil servants that it is not a fluke. We are a very deliberate government that sit back to do our work. And you know that for 7.5 years or more since we came into office, we pay salaries on the 26th of every month. And in cases where we have holidays like Christmas, Salah, what have you, we ensure that we pay our civil servants, our public servants, before those holidays so that they can have money to celebrate. And in that same guise, we will be paying the salary for June on Friday ahead of Salah, so that you can all go and have a good Salah. It is important it's okay.
As we day like this sunrise, I will never leave your side. I will never ever go. I dedicate my time to you, my guy. Even if the road be rough, I don't mind. 'Cause you be my G for life. Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight.
Thank you.
Feeling good tonight. As I day here with my guys.
Thank you.
I got plenty for my mind.
It is important to state that what you are seeing here today is being replicated in 5 other locations, which we call hubs across Benin City. We have a similar facility to host all our agric institutions called the Agric Hub. We have the Education Hub. We have the Built Environment Hub. And we have the Health Hub. This is to enable our public servants provide more efficient services to our people. On a final note, I am very, very confident that wherever General Samuel Ogbemudia, in blessed memory, is today, and all of those who worked with him during and after the Civil War to build Edo State, wherever they are today, they will be proud that their dreams of building a Secretariat complex like this has been realized today. We thank God that we have kept their dream alive. God bless them. God bless Edo State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
I don't get a lot, God you win. And I don't pay my rent.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you rise to give a standing ovation to the worker-friendly governor of Edo, the man that loves his people with a passion? Simply outstanding, simply amazing. And you can see. Thank you very much, DJ. Thank you. Are you aware that your alert is coming on Friday? Are you aware that the economy in Edo is going to bubble for Salah? And that is exactly what you get when the right people are in the right office. And you know that to whom much is given. Can you shout it louder? To whom much is given. And you know the direction of your governor, you follow him to the latter. May I now respectfully invite the man that has brought peace and brought stability to our democracy. The man that has shown luck in all ramifications of his life. Starting as a lecturer, becoming a deputy governor, becoming an acting governor, becoming a governor, becoming an acting vice president, becoming a vice president, becoming an acting president, and eventually becoming a president. How many Nigerians can be lucky as Goodluck? Can you all be upstanding as we welcome His Excellency, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan, GCO and GCFRO, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as he comes to give his remark. Your Excellency, can you make some noise?
Thank you so much. Please be seated. Thank you, Master of Ceremony, for adding so many colors. His Excellency, our great governor, the governor of Edo State, and the wife, thank you for this great ceremony and for what you are doing. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor and the wife, thank you for being here. The Right Honorable Speaker of the State Assembly, the Chief Judge of Edo State, thank you for coming. Members of the State Assembly, members of the Executive Council of the State, the head of the Civil Service, thank you for your very beautiful speech. Thank you so much. Members of the Executive Council, the judges of the State High Court that are here with us, or other heads of extra-ministerial departments of government are here with us. Let me appreciate the chairman of PDP that is here with us, and also appreciate the presence of the governorship candidate of PDP. Thank you for being here to encourage the governor. Let me first and foremost thank all the people of Edo State for the warm reception since I came in yesterday, because the first place I visited was the Oba's Palace, and from there to the government house. And wherever I go, I notice the warm reception. And of course, I have to also appreciate my good friend, who was my chief of staff, Mike Ogiadome. Thank you for always supporting me, always being there for me. And thank you for your beautiful speech. So I have to appreciate that. And in respect of this unique program, let me thank the governor for inviting me to be a part of this commissioning ceremony. Listening to the history of the Secretariat complex, I now know the power of vision, which I'll speak on it later. I have to thank you for the completion of the projects and the renovation of the dilapidated ones. In fact, Michael Gadome briefed me yesterday about what this place was before, and of course we also discussed. And it takes somebody who wants to give the best to his people to do that. Where you are working needs to be clean. Human beings need to work in a comfortable environment, just like the governor said. Even if a civil servant has nothing to do and the office is conducive, he will want to stay. Probably read his books there for those who are doing online studies instead of going home. And within that period, if something that he needs to do comes up, he will do it. Otherwise, probably it has to be the next day. So thank you for providing this befitting secretariat. And like everybody said, you don't have this setting so commonly in Nigeria. This is one of the best. And it's only somebody who has vision that can provide that. And let me also join the head of service and the young first-class graduates that you employ to thank you. When the head of service mentioned that in the speech, I was quite pleased. In fact, if you go to some states, governors are busy encouraging criminals because of politics. People that will rig elections for them, carry ballot boxes, carry knives and cutlasses to pursue people. But you are encouraging the brains of Edo State. The brains don't come from one political party. The brains come from all the political parties. The brains come from those who are supporting all candidates. So you are not supporting these brains because you want to win election, but because you want to build a state. And for you to build a state, you have to build the people. So I have to sincerely appreciate that vision. And let me also join the civil servants to thank you for improving their welfare. Of course, before this time, civil servants have been going home with salaries that cannot take them home. Now, you are paying them salaries that can take them home. And people are wondering, just like Michael Gedome said, when I read that initially in the papers, that you proposed to pay 70,000, I was also worried. This is my good friend. I hope he can pay. But that is the word of a visionary. And that's what I wanted to say. To be a leader, especially a political leader, you want to be a local government chairman, you want to be a governor of a state, you want to be a president of a country, you must be somebody who has a vision. Not just, oh, I want to be this. And when you get the office, you don't know what to do with the office. If you have a vision, no matter how challenging, you'll find a way to do it. That's why you are the president. That's why you are the governor. That's why you are chairman of council. And you also know what is happening. You know the pulse of the state. You know what is coming in and what is going out. And you did not make empty promises. You have even re-emphasized here to the civil servants that what you promised them is a bond between you and God. And it takes somebody who thinks about what he does, who plans. And if you do that, you'll surely succeed. Michael, you didn't mention the Presid project we had when I was the president. I knew I was going to have challenges from the National Assembly. I will leave that for tomorrow. But I said that this project must go on. And we did it. The National Assembly, they were waiting for my budget for them to cut it off. And they didn't see any budget. But the project went on. And they wanted to see, is the president spending money outside budget so that we can impeach him? They couldn't, because I didn't spend money outside budget. But I had a plan for it, and it worked. So it's good to have a leader that has a vision, like Obaseki, and it's being supported by my sister. Thank you so much for what you are doing in Edo State. I don't want to take too much of your time. We've listened to the head of service, we've listened to Michael Gedome, we've listened to the governor himself, and we have listened to the those who have made first class, who have benefited from the automatic employment. So you must carry on with that. You have made the first class. So those who are undergraduates should struggle. Instead of going to join cults to be drinking alcohol and raping women, you should try to make good grades. The society is changing. Yes, Nigeria, we have problems of employment, but it will not be forever. A new society is coming, and it's a society that you get jobs based on what is in your head. So if you have the opportunity to go to school, take your school seriously. If, just like Jerry Ghana, when he was MAMSA DG, he will say, if you're a student, you have to study well. If you're a director, you have to direct well. So for the Edo people, let me congratulate you. Let me congratulate the governor and the government of Obaseki. And we pray that the government that will take over from him will not let us down. He will continue in his good works. Thank you, my brothers and sisters.
Can we arise as we invite His Excellency, the Governor, Our Excellency, the First Lady, and the Excellencies to join for this very historic moment. And so, they
Hello.
Edo State Civil Service Secretariat Complex, Sapele Road, Benin City, built by the Edo State government under the visionary leadership of His Excellency Mr. Goodwill Obaseki, Governor of Edo State, and officially commissioned by former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Goodwill Jonathan, on the 12th day of June in the year of our Lord 2024. Thank you and congratulations.
Your Excellency, to make this historic, we plant a tree just to your left side here. The tree, and one of the historic things you can do as a human being is to plant a tree, write a book, and lay a foundation. So please hold on. And His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, a great farmer, a builder of human and capital resources, is now removing the earth, and he has directed that the cellophane be removed so that germination can be faster. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get an applause as history has been made on this 12th day of June 2024. Generations yet unborn will come and rest under this tree. And these will be historical for a long time to come. And is adding more soil and manure to ensure that the growth of this tree will be rapid. And as this tree grows into a giant tree, all our dreams will grow, materialize in our time. Can somebody shout it better? Amen. Obaseki will be remembered for good. Generations yet unborn will keep talking about the legacy of this great man that has done so much for Edo. And so immediately after this tree planting, His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan will be laying foundation for the 1,500, and that is Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan Auditorium in the Edo State Secretariat. And that foundation will be laid today by the man for which the auditorium. And you can see he's watering the tree. Can you put your hands together? Thank you, Your Excellency. We are now going to proceed to the foundation laying ceremony for the Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan Auditorium in the Edo State Public Service Complex. And so, can we please open up as the Excellency proceed? DJ, let's have some music. The rest of us should remain seated. Director General, PDP Campaign Council, Honorable Matthew Idoyekeme. Please remain seated, especially those on the state box. We are coming back here. So please remain seated. We are coming back for the concluding. Thank you, Princess Honorable Philomena Iheye.
I want to impress, and I want to carry my love away to a place she loves. I'm a man. I want to impress, and I want to carry my love away to a place she loves.
Government as a vehicle, then the civil service is the engine of that vehicle. And if that engine stalls or is not functional, then the vehicle is not going to go anywhere.
Governor Godwin Obaseki's civil service reforms are redefining efficiency, accountability, and transparency in government operations.
The day I resumed office in 2016, I undertook a visit to Palm House. And when I got into that property, as I walked out of that property, I knew that it symbolized disaster and something had to be done. Palm House is a very old building. At one point it was gutted by fire. However, most of the panelings were still plywood. Right? So it just required something to incinerate it with. I tried to walk through the fire escapes. They were all blocked with files, paper. So I said to myself, if a fire occurred in this building today, how will these people get out?
And the fire is loud. How do we know
that is the condition under which people were working. That's the infrastructure. Not to talk about files. You couldn't, it was not uncommon to find missing files, right? You couldn't see, it was a challenge trying to get a file that would tell you the story of that issue from beginning to the end. Oh, somebody has. If you think of government as a vehicle, then The civil service is the engine of that vehicle. And if the engine stalls or is not functional, then the vehicle is not going to go anywhere.
Governor Godwin Obaseki's civil service reforms are redefining efficiency, accountability, and transparency in government operations.
The day I resumed office in 2016, I undertook a visit to Palm House. And when I got into that property, as I walked out of that property, I knew that it symbolized disaster and something had to be done. Palm House is a very old building. At one point it was gutted by fire. However, most of the panelings were still plywood, right? So it just required something to incinerate the place. I tried to walk through the fire escapes. They were all blocked with files, paper. So I said to myself, if a fire occurred in this building today, how will these people get out?
God forbid there's a fire, and the fire is plastic. How do we not get to the
That is the condition under which people were working. That's the infrastructure. Not to talk about files. You couldn't, it was not uncommon to find missing files, right? You couldn't see, it was a challenge trying to get a file that would tell you the story of that issue from beginning to the end. Oh, somebody has taken something out, it was, the temporary file here. So in terms of the processes, it was a bit arbitrary.
Do not expect people to work in these conditions and get efficiency out of them. So what we need to do is go back to the drawing boards very quickly, begin a process of instant rehabilitation of some of the offices, ensuring that we create a perimeter fencing. We have to create this as an enclave, provide security, provide maintenance, and all the facilities required so that our civil servants can work in a healthy, in a safe, and in an efficient environment.
This is the first time we have had an administration prioritize the growth and development of the civil service, the public service, to such an extent that everything that the civil and public service need to perform and to play their role in the polity have been provided by government for the civil and public service. And that's because Mr. Governor believes that the civil service, the public service is the fulcrum of government. The civil service is the foundation of government. The civil service, according to the governor, is the engine of government. And Mr. Governor always tells us that just as the engine is to a car, it is the same role that the civil service plays to governance.
Governor Obaseki's vision extends beyond immediate improvement. His administration is laying the groundwork for a sustainable and effective public service that will continue to deliver for generations to come.
So the first thing was, how do you want the offices to look like? You want the offices to look like better than their homes. They want to go there. You'll be proud of where they work. So we embarked on that massive refurbishment of the infrastructure of the civil service.
By fostering a culture of continuous learning and improvement, Edo State is setting a new benchmark for civil service in Nigeria.
Then we also say, look, let us see how they can work efficiently. So rather than have one service in Nisekula, another one in Ubowo, another one, no. They say let the government work from hubs. So you take the Secretariat complex of about 6 or 8 buildings, put it there, right? So if one office justice wants to talk to information, they are all within the same ecosystem. And then that way it's easy to manage the infrastructure rather than each person having generator, right? We're able to get Osio power, for example, to supply power to. So you're working in government offices, decently, you have infrastructure, the air conditioning works, everything works. So all that is left for you is to be productive.